Hello. Welcome to Lori's Classroom Stories and Crochet.
Hi there, it's Lori, and I'm here with a quick classroom story before my update on my NYC 424 Mystery Yarn Challenge. This story is just funny because the things you overhear in a classroom, a high school classroom, I'll be very specific. Anyway, so my students don't hear each other all that well, or when they're eavesdropping, they miss stuff. One student said, "I can pop this one in and out," about his pinky finger, because I had heard at the beginning or saw what he was doing. The other student heard, "I got this one in an alley." I can pop this in and out. I got this in an alley, which led to a whole slew of questions about where and why he got his pinky in an alley. There you go. Anyway, I just think kids are so funny. All right, this is the dog. I don't know if you can see his cute little face. He's gonna come on up. This is Lebowski. He's a sweet boy. He's probably telling me he wants out. Is it what you want? You want out? Okay, yes, that's what he wants. But we'll just keep going. That's all right. I'll let him out. I'll pause for a sec. He did not actually want out. He just wanted some attention, apparently. So as soon as I went over to the door to let him out, he said, "Nah," and just laid where he was. So now he's looking at the door forlornly. But, dogs are hilarious. He's a very sweet dog. He's a true medium-sized pup. He's my middle stepdaughter, the one that's in high school. He's her dog, and he is very sweet. He every once in a while tries to herd the cats. You can imagine how that goes. Anyway, so I'm here to show you that I already finished my one project for the NYC 424 that's with all the different yarns, and it's so freaking cute. It'll be for my grandson that was just born. I'm thinking it'll fit him about Christmas time. It is a different pattern than I had originally gone in wanting to do, but when I saw this, I'm like, this is perfect. It's just a little pumpkin button there, so it's easy to get on. As you can see, it's very stretchy, which is also great. It's also got the open there. The pattern called for little buttons there, and I'm like, I didn't do that. It also called, well, I found a stitch marker. I'm glad I just felt right there. That's really funny. So this is for him. Should fit him in the fall, and I just think it just went together so well, and I just loved the way this stitch looked. I did make adjustments to the pattern. Again, I will attach the pattern. She gives many sizes, but she says use 3-weight yarn because it's too warm otherwise. Well, in Colorado in the winter it gets real cold, so I didn't mind doing that, but I only had basically 4-weight yarn. So I did a bigger hook, and I did 8 less stitches around when you start the yoke. So it's worked from the yoke down, and then the sleeves are the same way. It's not a basket weave. I know it looks like a basket weave, but it's actually front and back double post. But I think the yarns came out so cute. I want to show you that, where is it? There it is. Of this yarn, that's all I have left. That little teeny amount. So that might be a row on it. I don't even know. It's tiny, but I didn't have very much left. But I just love this color combo. So she talked about how to do the rows and the different colors. And again, I will attach the pattern. It's Simona Crochet, or Simona Crochets, or something like that. Anyway, she has a lot of kid patterns. So if you like making stuff for kids, she's got a ton of patterns. But like I said, it's got that basket weave look, but it's front and back post. And then I just had the little pumpkin button. I did one button. She did 3 buttons or 4 buttons, depending on what size. She had lots of sizes in this. She also did the pattern that I originally wanted to do that had cables. But the problem with that pattern is she only went up to 6 months. Well, my grandson will be 6 months in August, October. And like that was the very biggest it was, and I'm like, that's just not big enough. So I made the 9 to 12 based on her 9 to 12 month measurements. Again, used 8 less stitches in the yoke because I was using fatter yarn. Also used a 5.5 crochet hook, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. The furls hook that I actually won from Armchair Chef Lori back Christmas a couple years ago. I won that from her, and I use that hook. If I'm doing anything with 5.5, that's the hook I use every single time. I love it. But I wanted to comment on, because I still have a fair amount of this sage left and a fair amount of this Dijon mustard. So I decided I would add the Dijon mustard as one of the books, because that's that color right there. So it's supposed to be this color right there, but I'm like, this pattern, like, you can see all the different colors it has. So having a slightly different color for this particular book is nice. So I probably will do actually two books this color, because I like the tone of it. I think it goes really well. I think it's reasonable as a book. You can see, I'm past that halfway mark. My rows are going faster. Oh, what do I have attached? Hold on a second. That is my charging cord. We don't need that. Okay. So you can see how far I've gotten. So I really believe I'm going to finish by the wedding, which is in a week and a half. So I gotta book it. But it's just so cute. And then that, like I said, adding that Dijon mustard color. Where's that? Where is it at? Oh, down here. Is a nice addition. The sage, I may end up using the sage as the other cactus, because there's a cactus up in this corner, if you can kind of picture it on this shelf over here. But I don't know. I did play yarn chicken, by the way, with this particular green yarn scrap, and you can't tell, thankfully, unless you're really looking. But these 2 blocks are a different yarn. Guess I could, and I probably had 8 different greens, and that one was the closest. And like I said, if you really look, you can kind of see that it's a little bit lighter. It's also very, very much softer. But yeah, I played yarn chicken and lost, so I had to just kind of fill it in, because I'm like, I'm not getting rid of all those rows to change that color. So just had to find something close. And I didn't like the look of it if that was missing. I think it looks better like that with those 2. Like I said, it's literally just those 2 squares. Yeah, or maybe it's 3. Nope, 2 squares. But I didn't like the look of that as much. So that's all my updates on that. I am planning on doing more with the mystery yarn, particularly with the white. I did find a really cute knitting loom sheep pattern that I do want to try to do, but I've got to get this wedding blanket done first. And with all the color changes, it takes forever. Like I said, you can see all the different colors there, but you see I'm, I don't know, 2/3, 3/4, somewhere in there through now. And then I just gotta, and there's the other cactus. It's a different style. So I'm gonna choose a different green. I just haven't decided if I'm gonna do that with the sage, which I might, or I've got so many greens. I actually might have my daughter tell me which one she wants for this cactus, because I have a million greens. I have this really cool neon green that made me think of Shannon from Another Yarn, because it's like lime bright green with blue speckles. Actually, let me see if I've got it. Forgot mine is. Okay, forgot my screen was not a touch screen. Silly me. This is the color. I don't even know if you can see how bright green that is, but I thought that would be really fun, and it has all that texture. That would be really fun for a cactus up in the corner there. So I think that's the one I'm going to go with, but we'll see. I have this green, which that's really bright. I made a little green man from Toy Story with this. It's one of my favorite amigurumis that I've ever done. So cute for my grandson that lives out in California. This sweater is for my grandson in Colorado because my grandson in California would never need this. This is way too warm. So, or I could do this. That color is not showing very true to color. It's kind of a, it's labeled misty green, but it's very, I don't know. Sorry, the sunlight I think is changing that color quite a bit. Anyway, that's where we're at. I already sent a picture of this to Lori, the armchair chef. Oop. Like I said, I did adjust quite a bit. That 8 stitches, changed it, but made nice dimensions because she gives you a chart in centimeters, which is way more accurate than inches, to get your measurements to fit the thing. So the whatever child, I think she had from 0 to 3 months all the way up to 6 years, something like that. And I mean, you could do it depending on what colors you did. This is very gender neutral, and you could. She did many more buttons. She did 3 buttons, I think, and I just didn't want to do. I like one simple button, and that's it. Anyway, I'm super happy with this. I think it's so cute. However, when I sent a picture to both of my daughters, the one that's about to get married, not the one that has the babies, but the one that's about to get married, said, that looks like something that Wallace from Wallace and Gromit would wear. And I can't unsee it. Wallace would 100% wear a sweater that looks just like this. So I guess I made a Wallace sweater. So thanks for stopping by. Like and subscribe. I don't put out a lot of content a couple times a month. But this month it should be at least one more, so 3 times this month. But thanks for stopping by, and see you later.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.